There are things in this world that sometimes I don't want to say it gets on my nerves, but it's just that when you listen to it, it always seems ridiculous. Like anytime when like women blames the patriarchy. Okay, and here's my opinion about patriarchy. If you can't, if you can't find something better than you know, you go about it. Go about your business. Now, as far as a black man in the patriarchy, right? I feel like women in general benefit more than black men. Even black women, black men. It's like and like sometimes the numbers like we don't get paid as much as white men. We don't own shit either. But at least with white women, you have to at least to be under a man with the power. And sometimes with black women, y'all got so many benefits and all that stuff for y'all, which is for men, if we fall, it's hard for us to get back on our feet unless we got like backups. Like, but for women, y'all got so many things that can help y'all get back on your feet. Now, I'm not knocking any of those because if it's there, you should take it. I've always said that. If it's there, if it's for you, you should take it. But for men, sometimes when we're on top and we get knocked down, it's hard to get back on top unless you got something to fall back on. Especially, and if the average man is making what $50,000 a year, and the whole thing about high value man, you want a man with six figures, and that's only what like 10, excuse me, 10% of men, like 10% of men only make that, like at least six figures and all that other stuff. You really got to look at things like that. But uh, long monologue aside, what am I talking about this time? I just like watched the Jada Black, and he was talking about this woman lost her life getting lipo in Mexico. Now he also did another one about this woman. She was getting butt surgery and was botched, and she ended up losing her life on the fucking surgery. Now the funny thing is, the funny thing is that I always find funny about this. It's just that us men, yes, we like ass and titties. We really do. We like ass and titties, but we also value a pretty face. We also know that sometimes the ass and titties are not going to keep us in a relationship. We tell y'all this, but y'all don't fucking listen. But because even through all this, we just like if you are a good woman, we don't care. If you like, even if you got a little weight on you, we don't care. Because let's be real, the average nigga is not going to get an Instagram model unless he got money or shit like that. But we know like some girls, he's like they may not be the prettiest woman, but they got good values on them. They got good values, and you're still attracted to them. Like we will rock with that. Like a man, we will rock with someone. It's not settling either. It's just that that's a good fit for me. See, one thing I will always say is, men, we don't really find people to settle. We just find people that are a good fit for it. It may not be our first choice, but if she's a good fit, we're gonna keep her around. Women, y'all don't date down. Obviously, y'all don't settle. Y'all find that settling and some shit like that. But men, if she got like what they say 80% of what I want in a woman, like we will take that because that's a 80% is a fucking high number. And some women be like, no, that's settling. Nah, we get if she like checks all the lists on the board, and she may not be like no Halle Berry, no Angelina Jolie, or no Beyonce, but she's still cute. She's just not celebrity cute. It's like we'll still rock with that. Hell, we'll take care of you, especially if you like down with us, we down with you. There are men like that. Now, all this that I'm talking about a woman losing her life on life. What is this all? Half of it. This is basically what the base point is. You women cannot blame the patriarchy or men for shit like this, especially if you are the type of women that say, I don't do this for men, I do it for myself. Now, a lot of women do stuff for themselves. They would dress sexy for themselves. I'm not knocking that at all. But you cannot, but when shit like this happen, I feel like you can't blame the patriarchy. If this is a straw man argument, please call it out. Cause it can happen. But I have seen shit like this where it's just like shit like this happen and women go, oh, If because of the patriarchy and the way those standards of today's time that she was the reason why she got there. When half of the time you women y'all do stuff for yourself or y'all do it, in competition with other women. Sometimes, and I do believe that half of y'all don't do it for the men because sometimes y'all don't want attention from like. It's not that y'all don't mind the attention from men, but you're really trying to make the other bitch jealous. I've seen that game. Like I have seen that game. You cannot tell me like that's not true. Like you would do stuff for like just to say like I could stun on the next bitch or this other bitch can never. If you ever put a bitch can never in your fucking promo in your Instagram comments in your captions or any of that. This is really you. It's just like a bitch could never. Like you're saying you're better than the other bitch. Like I said, if this is a strong man argument, tell me, tell me. But anyway, I see stuff like this, and it kind of hurts my heart because if she had a man, he probably said, "Yo, don't do that. It's not. Nah, you don't need that. Just fine." Or men would tell you like, just go work out. Now, yeah, don't get me wrong. I know men go get surgeries too. Some of them, I think they're like, some of them are. I don't know. I don't know. Straight men do. I know Kanye one time he got lipo. That's the only straight man I ever heard gone to surgery to get lipo or some shit like that. But most of the time I hear like men, fix their bodies. They're mostly gay. Like they'll get high cheekbones and some shit like that, and they'll fix their face and all. Like most men I know that get cosmetic surgery like that, they're not gay. Not even trans, just like gay men that like gay other men that like other men. It's like I've seen those. Like especially like I think I seen uh some white guy. He wanted to be he got surgery for a K-pop star, just to look like a K-pop star because he loved K-pop so much. And that dude was he was gay, and like I'm pretty sure y'all seen it. But anyway, when it comes to stuff like this, like yes, a man like an ass and titties. We like I said, but half of the times we'll go, you don't need it. You like we'll be the main. You don't need it. Like when a girl says, "I want a fat ass," it's a lie. You don't need it. We'll tell it like we'll be the first ones to tell you you don't really need it. It's just like, and then especially like people like me, if you grew up in the '90s and all that other stuff, like you grew up with the Aaliyahs, and this is like skinny women, skinny women, like your Aaliyahs, your Left Eyes, Selena, Robin Givens. Robin Givens was skinny, still is skinny. Halle Berry, skinny, very petite woman, beautiful. These are all gorgeous women. Like, and who can I say else? Jada Pinkett Smith, because Jada Pinkett Smith in the '90s was banging. Like all these women, beautiful, didn't need surgeries and all that stuff. I don't know if they got. I know Jada Pinkett got a vagina rejuvenated or something like that. But other than that, I know most of these women like they was always skinny and like Aaliyah was probably one of the most beautiful women on earth, and you could honestly like from the little that I know her, you can see why men fuck with her. Every time someone mentions Aaliyah, how much of a beautiful soul she is, and she was just you wanted to be around. It's like, tell you the truth, it's like it really do come down to your personality. Sometimes like acid tits doesn't keep a man. Like it's good to fuck. Sometimes it's even look like even in porn, like a fat ass looks good enough to fuck, but niggas is just like if you got a regular girl, you vibe with her. It's like we'll take that. And sometimes we know, like I understand, like sometimes you don't want to listen to men. It's like your body, your choice is true, but sometimes we are on point when we say you don't need it. You really don't. It's like, and sometimes like we don't come from a demanding spot, and that's another thing I want. I have a problem with some. This is the one problem I have with the generation of this generation. Sometimes when we say something or we express ourselves, this is not coming from a demanding tone, and that's where like sometimes I say, "Oh, this is the patriarchy." Y'all telling women how to. No, we are not. But sometimes when you was talking about, "Yo, I want to get my ass done," and the nigga go, "Don't do it. You don't need it." That's not demanding. We're not demanding. We know that you can't. You're not gonna. You're either gonna listen to us or not. But we're not coming from you in demanding tone. Sometimes it's from a caring tone. You don't need it. I probably told many of girls, who probably want a fat ass or bigger tits. You don't need it. You're fine. You're beautiful. And some of these women got boyfriends. Feel like sometimes they self conscious of themselves. It's just, or they feel like they're not enough. It's like, and sometimes you do gotta like put reassurance in your head. And I think everybody wants some reassurance that they're at least doing something right. Like I understand if they're fucking up. If they're fucking up, you should tell them they're fucking up. But if they're doing something right, or they're on the right path, I feel like you should let them know they're doing the right path. You're doing it. And I know people's like, oh, you're supposed to, but a lot of people don't hear that. A lot of people, you would like to hear some recognition that you're doing well. That's fine. Like even like the mightiest of men, like you don't think LeBron wants to hear he's the greatest player, like he's one of the best players in the league because he's doing his job. It's just like you want to feel appreciated. And even men, like if we're doing what we're supposed to do, like like taking care of the bills, taking care of the family, you doing all that other stuff. Every once in a while, hey, yo, you doing the damn thing. I'm proud of you and all that stuff. Like everybody likes positive feedback and positive recognition, and this is where I'm getting at. Sometimes, like us saying, like you don't need it. You're beautiful just the way you are. You don't really fucking need it. That's positive reinforcement. That's positive reaction. It's like if I could like this is the type of stuff where I don't, and I might do a video. I might do a rant on this next week, and it's on like the whole smile thing because I've had tons of debates with this. And Kevin Samuels, like he did a couple videos, a whole thing about smiling. And I one of the people that I've always said I don't like me telling you to smile. It's not a demand or something like that. But I'll save that for another time in another video. Look, ladies, if sometimes if a man look, you don't have to listen to man, and I'm not telling you to listen to man. But if a man looks at you and says you don't need it, you're fine. You should at least take that into consideration. I'm not saying listen to it. Take it into consideration. You need it. You're fine. You attract like you're still attracting the people that that like you. People still want to fuck with you. People still want to be around your company. You don't need aesthetics to be around. Now, I understand, like, some people are strippers, that helps them with their money and all that and stuff. But if you are just a regular chick, you don't need it. Sometimes you don't need it. You really don't. Now, if a man said, like, even, like, I've heard dudes be like, I know dudes that, talk to girls that lost weight, like, I kind of like you big and all that other stuff. But chances are, do you really want to fuck with them and all that other stuff, dude? It's either or. I think it's also like this is like I don't know. I think I had this argument, but it does. Sometimes it does matter. I don't know. That's just me. Let me know what y'all think. Till then, my name is Oskino Fly, and I'm out. Peace.